Hello, everyone. So today, I'm gonna present you some new stuff that are on Mago, and basically just showing how I use it, because I'm part of the team at the moment from like quite a long time now. So I can use it and show you what's new, how I use it, what are the best use case, stuff like that. I wouldn't be too long because I don't have that much to show. I want to be concise. So that's it. And if you have some questions during the live, you can just ask me on the chat, stuff like that. And we try to respond my best. Okay. So let's go. I'm on Mago, the consistent and professional video to video tool, as you know it. Um, and what I worked on is some multiple shots under and basically testing the new release. So, what is new on Mago? That's the question. So basically, I'm gonna start by just showing maybe the new flow of creating the new, like just starting from zero instead of showing what I've done for this webinar. So as before, you can create your track, free, I don't know what to call it, free your, I don't know what's that, but free your webinar. And I can upload a video. What can I take? I think I have some cool there. No, I think I will take there, this one. So this one is from a cool producer called Stenko, Stanko. I just use his impute like that, but I'm not gonna publish it. It's just for testing. And he done a video clip where you have this guy running with some fire, and it's crazy. You have some other stuff that I use. And so this new page is basically to trim your video. So this is new thanks to the front-end team and everyone on Mago working on that. Where now you can upload your video, and if it's too long and you don't want to cut it on other software or something like that, you can just do it when you upload your video. So I think I like from like this part because I saw it help if you just want to have the first frame easily and you have a long shot. So I feel like this first frame is a good one to start with, and I'm not gonna do a big render, so I can maybe stop there. Yeah, it takes a lot of fireworks on him. Don't worry, he's well protected. You have the helmet and stuff. So gonna take this one, take a little bit of time to trim the stuff, obviously. Okay, so now it's uploading, and you can see I have quite a lot of credits, but it's scanned because we are part of Mago. But yeah, it's cool to have a number like that. If you want, you can. Also, just have to maybe use your credit card, kind of. Okay, so I'm there. I have my cool impute video, really cool. This one maybe gonna be difficult to stylize, but I love the challenge. So let's go on it. So now you have this button. I don't know if it was there for the last webinar. It's kind of cool, more clean. And you can directly, after create your new track, come to stylized frame, which also have a new cool design. And there now you have a full range of model. I guess you know a lot of them. Nanobanana from Google, Seedream from, I don't exactly remember who, but it's really great, from a Chinese company. And so basically all of these models have their own strengths. Mago is still there, the unique to stylize and have a kind of unique style that is not generic or basically still working well now, but it's not as much precise as the new 2.1. But give much more control on it if you want. So yeah. So for this render, I'm gonna use the one that I like the most at the moment with Seedream. Basically, Nanobanana and Seedream have the same kind of way of working. You can add an image as a reference for the two of them, and you can have a prompt. So you have some also features to optimize the prompt. I'm gonna show that. But so for this video, I want to like use Seedream because I think that Seedream is really good for like style. This is some kind of random image that I take everywhere, And this is me doing random stuff. I don't know, I wanted to use it. So I'm gonna take, for example, this kind, yeah, maybe this one, this kind of image, because I like the way there are multiple parts and you can integrate it in your image thanks to this kind of model. Because what is great with those models that you can modify only some certain parts if you specify it on the prompt, and just sometimes give really precise and awesome results without even knowing that you wanted that at the beginning. So a prompt that I like to use to just transfer some part, I use like, I'm gonna just check if I have it on my, okay, I'll not maybe check on my past. Okay, so it can be like transfer the style from the artistic abstract image to the original image, um, and add some part of it. So actually the prompt sometime with those models that you I guess know are sometimes quite random. So I suggest you to, like, if you have a generic prompt like that and it's not really precise, to just try with different generation. And we have also these features, optimize prompts, that is great because you can basically just add more data to your prompt and have some variation. That is really full for this kind of model that are really sensitive to the prompt. So you have to play with it a bit, and it's just really fun, honestly. You can generate an auto prompt there. So the auto prompt won't use a generic approach like me, it will just tell directly what's there. So it's actually really cool because you just have exactly what I said. It's just that you have different methods to try. So this one is so cool. Look at that. It just integrates part of it. This one can be complicated to render because it just modify a lot, but it's kind of stuff which, wow, too much sound. This one is kind of cool. Wow, you can see the randomness there. So yeah, you can play with this model. If you want something more strict to exactly what you want, you can use Mago directly because you have the control net to control exactly the shape. It just maybe gonna apply it to the wall image, so you have to play with that. So I'm gonna start quickly with this one. I don't think it's gonna be perfect because I just generate it quickly and like it don't follow exactly the shape, but I find it fun. So let's go with that. And now what we have still the regenerate button that I think is great because you can like just iterate and try different variation. And you have now some new engine. So on new engine, we have as default the V3.3, like before. And basically we have V3.4 that is basically, honestly, just an improvement of the V3.3. Just that for the moment it's on beta to check and we do internal test on it and stuff. But it's basically just better. So if you want to do a render, I just suggest you to take V3.4. It's not a huge difference, it's just like better. So now you know it. And you have also Animate, which this one is completely different, like completely. Like Animate's gonna be as right hand to replace your character. So imagine you have a shot of you like that, doing some lip sync and stuff, and you want to be, I don't know, Pikachu, something more something more interesting, like a monster, or just modify some part of your space and replace it, you can. And you will have different way to do that. Just the thing, Animate, I'm not gonna use it with this video, because Animate is to replace people, and for this one, it's the video is cool, but it's kind of like, well, maybe I can try. I will just check something. I think I've done a little try with it. Oh no, I didn't run it. Okay. I will show some example with Animate with another example that I've done so you can see quickly, and I will go back to the one later. So because I was talking of Animate, I've done some result with this one. So this kind of input video still come from Stunco. Uh, and I use Animate for a lot of them and some variation of first frame. So the input video is that. Just, I don't know, a soldier boy just chilling around. And I use Animate to take a character that I like and transform this video with this new character. Like just replace everything. So if I look at it, up, we have that. Look at this. Just the light is fixed. You have the shadow that follow. You have all the detail of the character that you wanted put on it. You have the facial expression that is follow. You have like you can see the eyes is closing even though it's like through the glasses. So it's kind of crazy, I think, from my point of view. And you can compare to see like how it integrates well. And yeah, look at that. We just replace the character with a new one, with a new light and stuff. We even have the cigarette that like we have on the input, not hallucination. We have the same cigarettes. So
We have a question. With Animate, you don't have to match the input like human become a smaller creator like Pikachu. So do you have to match the input?
okay, yeah, so that's a great question. So for Animate, what's interesting is that it's not work as a first frame. So you can just replace a character with another. And for example, I just use this picture, and with this picture, he find the way to have the light well, to keep the background of the reference, and just replace the character with all the data needed. But if you want to replace a character, for example, that has the shape of Hulk and you want to put Pikachu instead, it will be honestly kind of complicated for the moment. We are working on that, but basically, for example, when we use Controlnet on first frame, you know, you have some length of like legs and arms and stuff. And if the character don't have the same shape of the body, it can be complicated, but we kind of have an idea of how to solve that. So maybe next release. But for the moment, kind of if you have an human, try to replace with a human to fit kind of the proportion, the general shape of the character. So I just want to show the other one. So this one was a use case where I want to replace completely the character. But what if I want to, I don't know, change a bit the light, change some part of the face, some stuff like that? What should I do? In this case, if it's just some part of the scene, I can use directly first frame. So this is an example. So up, quick comparison. This is made with 3.4 with a first frame that just have a different light. So you can see that, yeah, it just modifies the light. So it can be really helpful if you have to, I don't know, make a scene in the night, or you want to add some cool glasses, maybe some other clothes, some stuff. Yeah, you can modify your um, your human, your character, anything that you want. I said your human is strange, but you can modify with what you want. And for that, first frame is great. You can see another example there that is quite disturbing, honestly. But basically, this is the input image. I'm gonna go there. Uh, this is the input image. So I just wanted to have a kind of dark atmosphere, something like that. And so I have this first frame that is completely like obscured face. But as like the video goes, the engine kind of see it as a shadow, and so it adapts. I find that really cool, and it's made with first frame 3.3. Oops. So if you like compare, you can see that, yeah, it just find a way to put some shadow in it. I find it really cool. And you can see also, you can see the maps now on Mago. So what the maps is basically the control net. So if you want to debug or see like, oh, does the engine really understand where is my character? Does the engine really see the depth as I imagine it? You can now see, like just see what it is. And now, like that. Okay, I have just to synchronize. Okay. So yeah, you can see what is fed to our engine. So when you work with first frame, for example, to preserve how the character is moving, what is the shape of the character, we use this. And this is a control net, and for that, it's what's gonna be injected into the engine to generate the whole render with the first frame, the prompt, and everything that you put on it. And so now you can see what is directly fed to the model. And so in this case, you can see some little stuff that maybe can cause problem. In this case, it don't cause problem, but now you can see and know if something bad like happen in your render, you can just see why. Um, yeah. So this one was pause plus def, and you can see the two. So the line pause to detect human, and the other one is def. I can show some other quick example, and after that we can go on the rest of the stuff. And if you have other question with me, just tell me.
Yeah, I will. I will read one now. Can we use the background from a reference together with the character now on Animate?
Okay, there are a lot of great questions. So for this one, basically it's something that maybe I think in like in a week or something like that, we will deploy. Basically, if the question is that if you have this character and you want to have also like the background that you have on this image, so this is just like some sand in the sky. Um, if you want to have it, like for the moment, it will replace the character and keep the background, but this is something like that we are working on to just have the background also with it. But we have also some tests to do because it is not like straightforward. You need to have a great background that fits well. And for this case, for example, it's not exactly what's um, gonna be on the result. So you have to kind of see how to make it well. But yeah, it will happen on the following. But you have actually for the month a lot of fun to have with that to begin, and it will follow just after that later. So it is another example with Animate. So basically just the same process, but with a different character. So you can see like how it adapts the lights. It's so crazy, like really cool. And
Yeah, and we have a question also on the mask prompt. So maybe if you can show the settings of Animate.
sure. So I think I will actually do the Animate part on this one because the other render with the fireworks, I think it's worth it to use it with first frame. So yeah, good, nice, it's perfect. I can now show you on the same time as I use it. So I will do a render with Animate quickly. So this is my character. Can have another one quickly. Uh, I don't have a lot of character here. I can take this one. I think. Yeah, it's not gonna be perfect. Or I can just generate a new one actually. We're gonna generate a new one. Let's go with that. Which character I want? I want um okay, transform it into what? No, alien is not cool. I need like cool stuff.
A soldier, maybe?
It's already a soldier.
Ah, yeah, true. Like modern stuff, modern soldier.
Yeah, like cyberpunk stuff into a like futurist soldier cyberpunk. Right. Good point, Remy. I think it's cyberpunk like that, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so for the settings, we can go during the generation. So on the settings of Animate, you have the prompt, basically, like the other engine. It's really simple. Just say what you want, but you can focus on only the character if you want, because Animate only gonna focus on that, since it's not gonna change the background. So no need to put a lot of stuff there. So and you have the advanced, and advanced basically they are the settings that are really important is the masking part because basically there you have the output size, the steps, interpolation, everything that you already know. There you can play with how much do you want it to follow the face, kind of follow the face expression. If you want to give more liberty or follow closely the input, you can play with that. there were some settings. I don't think you have all of the settings that I'm gonna have here because there are some internal settings, but you should have these three. Um, and so basically there it just if you have some problem with your result, it will be probably related to the mask, to the masking part, because we isolate the subject. And so if at some point it don't work, you can just change there to um, like so the mask can detect less or more the input and adjust like that. And you can also, I've seen some use case, I think it's from Jelly Fortuna, if I pronounce it well, the name, where you can also with Animate just replace an element. So it's not like the primary use case, but it can work. Be creative with what you want to do. You can have something else on the prompt. It can be anything. Like I think for our example, it was like a bottle of perfume, something like that. So if you put that, it will tell Animate to replace this element with the one that you have there. So if you put another bottle of perfume, it will just swap it. So it can be also a use case. We will probably do a proper like clean way of handling it in the future. But if you want to hack the tool to make it yours, you can. So does my cyberpunk soldier is here? No. Oh, yes. Yeah, I changed quite a lot, but it's okay for animate because you can just have a kind of idea of the character and it will work. So I will just take the same prompt actually. They have there. So up. Okay, so I will just take that. Check if the settings are kind of okay. Yeah, step 5. I will just lower the resolution because I want to go fast since we are in live. Oh, I will change that also because it's not gonna work otherwise. I take that and I will let the other one as default for the moment. And I will just render 48 1 with interpolation. Um, okay, we have some question at the moment. So can I change?
Yes, I will read it. 1 second. Can I list? So the question is, can I list like 5 or more values separated by commas in that field? Will it still work or just one value?
Ah, on the masking prompt, right?
Yes.
Oh, good question. Again, basically, it's better to just have one element. So if you have a car, you put car. And I said a lot in the future, but it's because we go fast. We are a startup. So yeah, in the future we will also show the masking. So for the moment you put that and you're not can be exactly sure what you see, but basically you will be able to see the masking the same as for the control net. So I suggest you to just put one element because basically if you want to replace something, it's a human or car or something, it works with one element. And for the moment, animate is not to replace multiple character or multiple elements. So just focus on one if you want masking to work well for the moment. Yep. And also, I want to show you something that I forgot at the beginning. I've rendered some video with Mago, still on the work on of Stenko. So I have multiple shots and I'm gonna show you the result. I'm not completely happy about it because you can still increase and do better and stuff. But here you go, I have it there. So I don't have the music in it, but it's okay. So this is just some shots of this guy from the music video that changed like that and I I like it. And so for that I just have basic reference video and I just injected some little elements on the video that I like and it's so fun. Like really like before you could only like modify entirely the video. And now like you have some shots where I modify completely the style, like completely painting, drawing. There I just had some crazy random elements. Um, they are same. What is that? I don't know, but it is cool. Yeah, same for there, and like you can really play with that. Like, what is that? And just from from simple video like that. Simple. It's not actually simple because it seems difficult to write this thing, but yeah, you can just modify it like that. That's great. Yeah, so I have this video. I just want to check real quick. Okay, it's recording. Um, yeah, so because for now there's a render running on the other side, you can look a bit at what I have done here. So basically, if you see on those projects and you are like, what the fuck are those naming? It's just because I wanted to do multi-shot rendering, where for each scene I have something different. And so for that, you can do it easily on Mago. You just have to have a folder where you put all of projects, and all of the projects is a different sequence. This one actually, I don't use it. Yup. So you have everything there. There I use the V3.4. Look at those clean stuff. You can have the depth as always. Look at that. You can see if it's work well, and yeah, it's detect well. Can compare your render, some fun. And so yeah, and so this thing is possible to make. Like it wasn't possible like maybe 1 month ago. Because 1 month ago, I could only like completely change the input like that or that. But now with this new model like Nanobanana and Seedream, I can look, I can just merge all the things that I want together. Like I still have the kind of character and I just impute some element on it and it's just like, look, it's it's just great. And so I can have that and implement it. So I think it's a really huge point for, I don't know, people that already have some video, some cool footage that they have, and they want to add AI on it, some creativity with Mago. But for that, maybe they don't want to change the whole image because if there are some realistic scene and at some point you have completely all painting sequence, it don't fit. But with that, you can just combine some element and still keep the realism of your input. And so I think it's really, really important to have that. Okay, what else do I have? Yeah, it was some random test. I just want to look. Wow. Okay, yeah. So where is our render that we have tried? Is there should be we're still in queue? Damn. Okay, and so I can show there maybe some difference between the render. So for example, I have one with Animate here. So you can see how it's just switch input up. I don't exactly know who is this guy, but it replaced like that because I input a low resolution image, like really, really low, and it kind of figured out that this was this guy. They completely replace, follow the arm, the mouse movement, like if you look, the mouse open, the same. Really great. I like so much this stuff to compare. Yeah, it's great. Look, everything synchronized. Um, do you have some question, Remy, something like that? Oh, wow.
Not really, just a comment saying it's crazy good if you like it. But maybe I think you can talk a bit about like the differences between V3.3 and 0.4, and like
Yeah,
top trends.
I already kind of said I can compare with Animate, but like really reach 3.4, it just a little increase on 3.3. So just
But
keep
you
in
can
mind.
also have like better resolution quality.
Yeah, yeah, you have better. Yeah, okay. So this is not exactly related to the engine, but
Yeah.
basically you can like just increase the resolution now. So you can go just to try. I'm not sure exactly. No, it's not there. Okay. So just try the max. Okay, yeah. So basically now you can just render. That's a good point for me. I forget it because it's also possible for the other engine, but it's really great. So for V3.4, now you can just have really high resolution. And I have a cool example to show that demonstrates what the point on the resolution. It's actually on the Mago website. It was made by by hour, I think. Like he just input a video of a car, and it was so great. I think it's there maybe. Do you know where the
Car
video of the car?
drifting.
What?
In the you are looking for the car drift.
Yeah, the car drift
Yeah, it's on the home page.
on page. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I will look for the car. I want to see
up
it.
at the top.
At the top?
Yeah, and you have to scroll like
Mm.
so. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So look at this one. How he follows the smoke so closely, and you have the rain and stuff. And this is usually possible because of V3.4 and basically you have more precision. The model like just more precise. So you can follow some like more complicated stuff thanks to the resolution because you can see like the lights, the shadow, like the light and the shadow on the rain that follows the texture of the rain and still have the smoke going on. So it's like so it looks so magical like that. Oh, and you have also the asset tab. So I don't know if it was on your last webinar. I should have watched more, like just watch Remy for 1 hour. Um, but basically here you can just see all your image. We will push that more in the future, but basically the idea is that Mago will have all your inputs so you can work across your different projects more easily because all your image gonna be stuck there. Just the idea of having everything in the same place, basically, so you don't have to click everywhere. Um, I just gonna look at the other one, still on queue. Maybe what I'm gonna do is just,
so many people using Mago.
yeah, I will switch to another, I, no, no, actually not. Um, I can go on the other Mago, right, with me?
Yeah, it's not cheating.
You're sure, but I don't know because it kind of, I don't want to reveal some stuff.
It's okay. It's okay.
Ridiculous.
People here will have some exclusivities maybe, but
Yeah, but people on YouTube too, so yeah, I don't know. Okay.
do it. No worries.
Mm-mm. Okay, good. So,
Oh yeah, it's true that we changed a lot.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, so maybe it's exclusive for people here, but you will maybe cut on the YouTube. So, let's go. We'll try the animate there so we can go more fast. We'll take, for example, this one. And we try quickly animate there. Ah, I can just try the same. Okay, we try the same. You can see that I have still more credit, infinite credit for myself, so I can just create everything. We'll take the video, not the same. We'll take it from Mago actually. Let's go there. Up, we'll take a small part with a new trimming tool, really cool one. Up. How long it has been, Remy, just to know?
35 minutes, 40
Oh,
minutes.
okay, so it's been a long time. Okay, I will just try the render quickly. If I can have it quickly, I will show you. But otherwise, you still have some stuff to see. And if you have some question, you can go right now. I think I've gone to what I wanted to show. Basically, you can now with Animate input your character, have fun with it. You can be creative with it, try with some object, also other replacement with the prompt that enable you to do that. If you want to work with different shots, you can just regroup everything in the same folder and have fun with it. I can show you some draft that I've done. This one is so fun. Look at the ball, it just flying around. This guy is so serious. Really cool magic. You have there we have the animate that I've changed there. This guy is just completely lost. What is he doing there? I don't know. He don't know. There are this one I wanted to show. Look how the text just stay in the air. Like we have the text there, we have the text there, and you just integrate the elements even though they don't fit the background. And to do that, like my just secret sauce, if I want to integrate some elements and I want them to stay there, I just use pause def and pause def. I don't know, I'm not English. And you can just have a low def, so like 0.6, 0.7, and have some kind of pause so you still have an idea of where the character is. And so this way, if you want to just integrate elements, it will work because basically the def is not strong enough to block this kind of new add-on on the image. So yeah, you can just integrate some elements and you can see that it just crazy because it's not just copy paste. You integrate into the background, like stay behind the character, have some 3D, like it connect to the line there. It's so cool. And yeah, it comes from this kind of render where I just say to Seedream. Seedream for me is the most interesting to incorporate elements and have basically an art kind of style. Nanobanana is more default one, but can also be full in some way. And so yeah, you can just impute something.
And a small question on image to image. Do you have any prompt tips for like Seedream or Nanobanana to keep the pose of the character in the image?
Yeah, so basically this model are kind of magic sauce. So the way I do it is just to try to specify some element that I want to keep on the input. For example, for this one, I say like, okay, take the style and some elements, but please keep the exact composition. And I said some like information about the element I want to keep, like it just Uncle Sam. I don't know why he understand it well like that because it kind of look like Uncle Sam. And so this way you keep better the input and kind of know that you have to do some style transfer. Like for this one, each time it just keeps the character. It's a bit of luck because sometimes it will not be that easy, but with some 1, 2, 3 under it will be okay. And so, yeah, just specify that you want to transfer the style and specify some inputs of what is on the original image. Really cool like that. I didn't even launch the render. Am I crazy or what? You? I will upload my frame. Just go there. No, I think it's gonna be too long. Okay, on the chat on Discord, I'm gonna upload the results, I swear. But for now, there are kind of a lot of people on Mago. So, I don't want to wait that long and make you wait. So this is the idea that I wanted to show. Some new model, animate, 3.4 that have more resolution. You can trim your video now. Basically just a huge range of new possibility. I don't mention it, but because I don't use it on my render, but you have also some interesting way of controlling now your video. Basically, dynamic reference will enable you to just put any kind of reference from your video. For example, if you have your character there, like on the frame 70, but you don't have it on the first frame, you can use dynamic reference and kind of just stylizing the frame that you like the most, the one that have all the information of your video, and put dynamic reference and use this reference as input, and it will kind of work. It's still in testing, but you can try it and it can enable you to like do stuff that wasn't possible before because you don't rely that much on the first frame. And also thanks to the warm up and thanks to Marin, who mostly done this like alone, like just develop this really cool feature that enable you to just have kind of just work. Basically, yeah, just work even if the input frame is not exactly the first frame. Just kind of some engineering that help you to do that. So, and yeah, that's it for me. I show you another time this one because this is the best render that I have on Mago like this week. I like it so much. So that's it for me. If you have any remaining question, just ask. And and yeah, thanks for joining, I guess. Is it all, Remy? Think?
So we have another question, but I don't know the context. I see some styles listed in the prompt field. What do they actually do? Oh, it's like
Mm. It depends. If you ask for the image generation of the prompt, um, yeah, I said
I guess
style.
it's the video, no?
No, but
Video.
at some point I said style on my prompt, like take the style of this image and stuff. Um, I guess it's talking about that maybe, like when I said transfer the style in element. For that, it's just to help the model to know that this image is style and this image is composition, kind of guiding to through that. Um, because we see that this image is more style and this image is more just um, composition. So it's helping to separate and put the style to the composition that we want.
Okay. And can you check in the prompt for videos if we still have the small, styles preset?
Yeah, of course. For the video prompt, I don't do complicated stuff. As most of user of Mago, I just use the auto prompt, and it just works great. So the auto prompt is gonna take your first frame, take your video, and mix everything, and it works great. Like the video model is not that sensitive that we use, so don't need to be that much specific. For the image is important. For the video, it can help, but it's not pure magic.
And another question, which model is best if the source is abstract imagery 3D generated? So Marine said Animate V1, so maybe you can develop on it.
It depends. I don't know if the question is for the image generation or for the video generation.
No, it's for video, I
Hmm.
guess.
For video, I don't think we can just say animate our first frame because they don't have the same purpose. But it's true that Animate can do some magic. But for example, for all my abstract integration, because I wanted to modify the background and I can't use Animate for that because it's for character, I use first frame and it just works. So the thing is not, I think, what is the best one. It's just what are the settings that you are using. And this is why we have some setting on Mago because we want to put some control in your hands, basically. And so if you want to do abstract stuff, you can just play with the parameters and try to find like just find the magic source that work best for your input and it don't take that long. Like for me, just at first time I know that if I reduce the amount of control nets, I have less like control put on the video, so my abstract elements can appear and it works. So yeah, the model is important, but taking time on the settings and figuring out what works best for you, it's the most important, I think.
Yep. And the question, what does the optimization button under the prompt do? So basically it optimizes.
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
I would say like in most cases, it will make it work better, but in some cases uh, it can be better just to have your simple prompt done by yourself.
Yeah, basically, me for the optimize, actually it's useful, but I don't think it's the main use case for that. But you have to be creative with the tool that we gave you. And me, I just use it to have variation when I'm using those model because they are so random sometimes, really, really like useful and have some details, but sometimes a bit random. So sometimes I just do some quick modification on that, and by using optimize, it change a bit my prompt. So it just changed the result that I'm gonna have on Seedream and Nanobanana, and can help a lot for sometimes like just between these two images. It's mostly the same prompt, but just by changing, like putting a new idea in the model, it's do something completely different that I wanted. So I still have my information and like that, but it's made differently. And this is what I use it mostly for. Like for example, this one. Why is it moving like that? It's because I have oh, it's actually crazy. Like the frame number is running around and it generate. Wow, that's some cool engineer at Mago. Like wow, this mod is so cool. You can just try to generate image on a random. It's like random image generation. So great. Cool job, Mago team. Okay. Okay.
And one question I think you already a bit answered. For Animate, the source image doesn't need to match the video perfectly, like in the pose for the character.
No, no, no. Just maybe the thing to remember is that if you want a character to replace another character, you kind of need to have the yeah, this is a handsome picture. Don't know what he's writing, but it's look a bit communist, but uh, so if you want to replace, you have to have the context necessary. So for example, if I want to replace a full character and I only input a close-up of my face, the model gonna work, but it's gonna mm, imagine, imagine what's the rest of my body. So for me, it works most of the time, but if you really want to transfer exactly the same outfit, same face, stuff like that, it can worth it to give a more wide shot of your character so it can understand it. But you have to kind of play with the two because if you give the character as input more clothes, you have more data on the face, so it's better. But you maybe not gonna have the clothes that you have because it's not a clothes shop. So you can work like that, and you can try also quick tips, but at your own risk. You can try to maybe impute a big image like with a lot of pixels, who have the face and the body like a character sheet, so the model can have different information. It's not sure that it's gonna work, but it can help. And basically, the resolution of your input matter because it's just gonna have more information on the character. So if you want a real resemblance, similarities, you should have good quality image.
Okay, I don't think we have other questions for now. Maybe we can wait like 2 minutes. And I think like one last thing we didn't show at all was like the render queue. So it's not like really how to use Mago, but it's also really useful.
Yeah, fortunately you are there, Remy. Yeah, you're right. The queue, because honestly, I don't use that much the queue myself because I'm just dumb. But I find this trick that is really useful because if you render a lot of stuff, and if you're like me and that you have all of that shot that have a name completely abstract and difficult to go with, and you know that you input some render like to go on, you can just after that just go there and be like, oh, okay, this is the last one that I run. Can go on it, and I just jump on my project. This is really great. You also the time that it take. You can see if you have some failed ones, some that are in the queue and stuff. And yeah, oh, and also I will talk a bit about that because now I'm exploring the UI, and you're right that I don't mention everything. We also have update on the pricing of Mago. So look at this cool UI, cool cat. Um, so with Mago, you have different way of using it basically to pay basically. You have two plans. You have credits. I use my touch on the screen. You have credits and kind of subscription base. So basically, the subscription base mode is called relaxed mode, like the cat here. And there you can just have render like you want. You don't have a restriction. You just like restriction in the quantity like that you can do on amount, but you just have sometime more longer render or not simultaneous render, like you can see there. You can render one by one, or if you take the pro version, you can render multiple. Um, yeah, so basically you can do mostly everything that you want with the subscription, with the plan that you need, any of them. And if you need to go crazy and really like myself do multiple shots for I don't know a music video, a film, yeah, thin. Imagine completely thin, maybe. You can use the credits one who like is better to just go fast if you just want to queue a lot of render that you have because you found your style. You have all your plan, all your different sequence put, and you just want to go fast and put everything in queue. You can go with the credit one, and it will be the fastest one, and you can go with any number of render um, at the same time, like just queue them. So yeah, that's it. First time I talk about price in something that I develop, but it's worth it, I guess, on my go.
Nice, nice. So yeah, no new questions. So I think it's good. I saw some of you guys were like not having access to Mago yet. So we just launched a new wave of users. So maybe you are in. So just check your emails. And if not, maybe next week. But yeah, that's it. Don't hesitate to join the Discord server for the like all the support and also just sharing your art. We always like to see what you do. And I think that's it on our side. So thanks, Ivan, also for the presentation.
Yep, yep. And still shout out to Stenko, who is the director of those little clip that I take and I done render on it. So yeah, thanks to him.
So is it like a music video or?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's from a music video from a guy called Jeven, and the realizer of this clip called Stenko. And this is crazy. So this is really like this is where Mago is interesting is that you can combine so much. Like you're not gonna just have the AI or just have the guy that do 3D and the guy that do cinema. You can just combine everyone on the same project and do a bit of everything. Like put a bit of AI transformation there, a bit of stylization, and yeah, you got the control. So really happy to can shout out this kind of amazing people that create and kind of combine the two. Thanks
Yeah.
everyone. Thanks for joining. I don't see much of your face because I was on my go, but thanks to being here. Bye bye. If you
Bye
have
bye,
anything,
guys.
go and
See you
say
on
on
Discord.
Discord. Bye bye. Fuck. My render is finished now.